Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Karen Cozier-Phillips. C News is live at noon. Topping the news at this time, teachers of the Princestown East Secondary School have left the school compound to protest conditions at the facility. Tutor President Lindsley Dudai came to the school with 12 sick leave notices and instructed teachers to leave the school. The school has been without functioning air conditioning since the start of the school term. On Tuesday, a student at the school was suspended by the school after posting to Facebook and tagging the Ministry of Education, complaining that the school had been dismissed early due to the condition of the school. Tutor President Lindsley Dudai said he was aware of that incident, but said he would not comment on it until he spoke with the principal of the school about the decision to suspend the student. The Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs is expressing condolences to the family and friends of Maylan Savory. In a statement, the ministry said they had been advised by relatives of Maylan Savory confirming her death during the passage of Hurricane Irma. The ministry has been advised that Ms. Savory frequently visited her daughter who lives in St. Martin. They said, unfortunately, Ms. Savory died during the hurricane while attempting to relocate from the house at which she was staying. To other news now, the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Social and Welfare Association believes the Police Complaints Authority overstepped its boundaries in its statement on the investigation of the Day of Policing. Last week, the PCA recommended criminal and disciplinary action against some police officers involved in the total day of policing on Monday, 23rd March 2015.
As determined by Minister Stuart Young, would have already stepped out of his remit in terms of their functions. It should be that from an investigative body, you must make recommendations, not pronouncements. Because when you make pronouncements, that has to be backed up with hard evidence. And I think in the report in itself, or its release, I should say, what it had already determined is that there was not evidence to support some of the assertions that it makes.
Meanwhile, the president of the TTPS Service Social and Welfare Association says the association is pleased with the body cams introduced for police officers. Speaking during a phone interview on Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago, Inspector Seals spoke about the progress made so far.
We are hearing positive reports of it. As a matter of fact, it is one of the only circumstances in the police service which has become a national study which will present its final on conclusion. We are actually in the second month of the body cams being rolled out in specific areas. And again, let me publicly thank Dr. Ronald Harford from PSDT and the persons who are alongside with him would have taken this bold initiative.
However, he says 60 cameras is not enough for the service.
It is increased because the ideal situation for us is that every policeman that is on duty should be outfitted with a body camera.
Trinidad and Tobago national Devanand Sukhdev has been extradited to the United States of America in relation to fraud charges. In a statement, the Ministry of the Attorney General and Legal Affairs confirmed that Mr. Sukhdev, who is also a Canadian citizen and a U.S. resident, was extradited yesterday. Mr. Sukhdev was handed over to U.S. Marshals by the Interpol Bureau, led by Sergeant Herman Nares, with assistance from the OCNFB and the CID Task Force. Mr. Sukhdev is alleged to have committed one count of conspiracy to defraud the United States and to commit theft of government funds, one count of false claims to the U.S., and one count of interstate and foreign transportation of money taken by fraud. He is alleged to have committed these offenses between 2006 and 2010 in the USA and Canada before fleeing to Trinidad. This is the C News Live report at noon. Remember, you can keep up to date with all the latest news on our website at ctvtt.com, or you can check out our Facebook and Twitter pages at C News Live. Police have detained a 27-year-old man in connection with the reported kidnapping of a 16-year-old girl in Kumutu. The schoolgirl was at her home on the Kumutu Old Road doing laundry when she was reportedly grabbed by a man at around 5:35 p.m. on Tuesday. She was found hiding under a bed at a home on St. Marie Emmanuel Road, Corial, some 2 miles away from where she was taken. Officers found the male suspect and upon searching the house, found the girl cowering in fear in the bedroom of the home. The victim was taken to the Sangre Grande Hospital for medical treatment. According to a TTPS release, the suspect is due to be charged later today. And police are investigating 2 shooting incidents in Diego Martin and Mamaral, respectively. In the first report, at around 8 a.m. at Bridge Road, Blue Basin, gunshots were heard in the area. Police say the gunplay was as a result of an ongoing feud between residents of Bagatelle and Blue Basin. Fortunately, no one was injured in the exchange. In the other incident, at around 10 p.m., WPC was on her way home after picking up her husband from work, and the vehicle was shot at from the bushes. The officer was hit twice, suffering flesh wounds on her left palm and right shoulder. She was also taken to hospital for treatment. And we will update these stories as more information becomes available. Minister of National Security Edmund Dillon has said the security industry can play a major role in the fight against crime. But he is urging members of that industry to get regularized standards.
And we believe, and we strongly believe, that there is a role for all in Trinidad and Tobago, including the private security industry. And we believe that in cooperation with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, the agencies of national security, there is a role to be played by the private security industry in Trinidad and Tobago. But before they can play that role, we must first regulate the industry. We must first bring the industry into a certain kind of standard that can complement and encourage and prepare them to execute that role effectively and efficiently.
The minister said that there needed to be collaboration between the stakeholders in the industry to bring private security service firms up to mark.
There is a role for the private security industry to work together with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and other agencies of national security. And it's only by cooperation and collaboration, a strong policy, a strong philosophy of cooperation and collaboration that we bring all the entities that are geared towards shooting crime and criminality in Trinidad and Tobago, that we will be successful.
For the weather now, this afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, sunny intervals will interrupt light to moderate showers and periods of rain in varying localities. 1 or 2 of these showers may become heavy and thundery, especially near hilly areas. Gusty winds, street and flash flooding may occur in heavy showers and thunder showers. Seas are slight to normal with waves up to 2 meters in open waters and less than 1 meter in sheltered areas. Opposition Senator Wade Mark has called for urgent inquiry by the JSC on state enterprises into the findings of the Petrotrin internal audit report. Senator Mark, a member of the Joint Select Committee on State Enterprises, wrote to the chairman of the JSC, Senator David Small, requesting an inquiry into the management and operations of Petrotrin in relation to the findings of Petrotrin's Internal Audit Committee report. Senator Mark noted that the Internal Audit Committee discovered discrepancies in figures, particularly with regards to operator A&V Oil and Gas Limited. The report states that purchases by the company, which can be traced back to circa October 2016, allegedly amount to approximately $100 million. He pointed out that yet again we are presented with evidence of mismanagement and fraud. Senator Mark stressed it is imperative that this committee seize the opportunity and exercise its powers to launch an urgent inquiry to determine whether the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are being defrauded of its monies and whether the management of Petrotrin exercises due diligence in its operations.